Hey guys, welcome to my review on the Eryone Resin. As far as I understand, they actually celebrate their second birthday today. So I decided to do a review. I own a few bottles of resin, and as far as I know, I should be able to mix any color that I wanted. Arian actually provides this nice color slides where you can actually have an idea of what color to mix with what other color to get the desired end result. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Those of us who paid attention in school should actually know that you can use those colors to recreate any other color. So I own cyan, magenta, black, gray, and the translucent clear version. So I will try to achieve a nice purple shade by mixing cyan, magenta, and clear resin. What do you need? Of course, gloves, eye protection, respirators, all your usual protective equipment. Then, of course, the resin itself, a cup or some other thing that you can actually mix the resin in, something to stir. I will be using a cable binder. It was the easiest thing that I could get, cheap, and it was just lying around. Of course, paper, tissues, alcohol, anything to clean up any spills or other accidents that might occur during printing. Those are my bottles that I'm currently using. I did some clear prints, also tried out the gray itself. This will literally be my first print with a mixed color. So here is me, myself and I, opening the magenta bottle and pouring it into the cup. As you can see on those small drops on the side of the cup, it's actually a really nice, vibrant color all by itself. I will definitely do a small print with just magenta. Adding cyan, as you can see in the cup up there, it's also really nice light blue. Would actually look nice for a water elemental. Might try that again. I'll be adding some clear resin as well to get a nice translucent effect. For all those of you that want to do this more often, go get a cup with a scale. You might want to be able to recreate the color in case you did not mix enough, or maybe you ran out of your mix, you want to do it again. So measuring or weighing the amount of colors that you mix should actually enable you to recreate it. In the video here, it looks a little bit bluish gray. In real life, it was a nice light shade of purple. I will actually show you the pictures or the video when the print is done. Okay, pouring it into my Elegoo Mars Pro. And right now, I actually realize, damn, I did not mix enough. So get a bigger cup. Since I did not measure or weigh the different resins that I mixed, I will have to recreate the shade that I already mixed by going with my eyesight. Simply looking at the mix and trying to get the color right. Not the best thing to do, so measure, measure, measure. I also noticed that you have to stir very, very well. Otherwise, you will have little pockets of unmixed resin in there. So once you pour it into the printer, you will have the original colors left somewhere. And you don't want to start mixing again in your printer. So stir very thoroughly. Make sure it's all nice and even mix. Okay, I'm done. And pouring the second mix back into the printer. And this time it will actually be enough to print 3 or 4 minis that I already prepared. Those are a few prints that I made over the last few weeks. I printed a skeleton and several other minis. The Elegumar's default bench tower, some clear resin prints which look quite yellowish on the pictures. That is actually because some of them are yellow. I overexposed them during curing. With the clear resin, I found that 10 seconds under a 40-watt light are actually enough to cure it. This is the little dragon that I printed. It actually came out really, really great. The detail is simply astonishing. With the gray resin, it is extremely easy to remove any supports or anything that might not be as it should. So I'm actually looking forward to removing those purple prints later from my print bed, washing and curing them, and just seeing how it turned out. Bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna switch, and later on we see the finished minis. So this is what the print actually looked like. As you can see, it turned out a little bit more grayish than purple. The miniatures turned out pretty well, in my opinion. As you can see on the supports, it is almost see-through in those parts. I assume that's due to the clear resin in the mix. The rest is purplish gray somehow. I expected it to turn out a little bit more purple. We shall see once curing is done. This is what the two minis looked like in detail. Pay attention to the hands of the vampire on the right. They're really, really detailed. Same goes for the warrior on the left. The armor is well printed, the sword, the head, everything is looking like it's supposed to. Turned out really good. Going back to the color circle, my resume on the Eryone Resin is that it's really easy to work with. Mixing is easy to achieve. It needs a little bit more training to actually achieve the color that you desire, or you just stick to the chart, meaning measuring what color you mix. I didn't, so it turned out a little bit other than I wanted it to. But all in all, it's a cheap, easy to use resin, which will probably be my go-to default from now on. Well, I hope you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. I'll be doing some more tutorials on how to level, how to tweak Marlin a little bit, and maybe a little bit more on resin printers shortly. Have a great start into the new week. See you soon.